It's Conduit News Radio with Paul Harrell.
I wanted to highlight, I like to talk to county officials, local officials. And for example, on Monday we talked to Washington County Justice of the Peace, Patrick Deakins, always great. Anyway, I basically through the grapevine, I came to know the Yell County Assessor, Sherry Hicks, and Sherry is on the line with us right now. Sherry, how are you?
I am fantastic.
I'm really glad that you were able to come on the show, spend some time with us this morning. Now, you are a Republican, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so my question is, I just wanted to hear kind of what you're doing over in the Yell County Assessor's Office. How are things going there?
Well, things are going great. I am, of course, I am the first elected county official being Republican since, I believe, Reconstruction.
Yes.
So it's a big, big change for Yale County. So what I've done is I've come from a business background. I was a vice president of a small community bank and managed the note department. And we're all sitting around in our very small Yale County Republican Party meeting and going, we got to get people to run. We really need to get good people to run. Who are we going to get to run? And finally I said, going to have to jump in and make the sacrifice because I have a servant's heart and I knew I could do some changes, some positive, great changes. And if I could get there, maybe it would open the door for other folks to step up and say, hey, I can do it. I want to do it too. I want to make our county better. And so I quit my job to take a lower paying job at the county assessor's office if I won and worked my tail off door to door over all this county and I won.
Wow.
After a runoff, mind you.
Wow.
But it was a hard fought deal, but I met fantastic people in this county, and it slowly. The history on Yale County, it was either going to be a Democrat or a Democrat, and there were never any Republicans running, and we have finally broken that where people have a choice in this county, and it's great.
I guess
so,
and I'd like to know, why that is. I mean, first of all, how long have you been the county assessor at this point?
Since January.
Since January.
This year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
just broke out.
So, are you the only Republican official right now?
Only paid county Republican official. We have three. We had 3 quorum court. I think we still have 3 quorum court members that are Republican.
Okay.
So, we started breaking that mold. My husband actually was the first quorum court member to be elected Republican. And we got 2 more on after that, but when I ran for assessor, he decided to step down and not run. But we're getting there.
So I guess this is really positive, and it's really an example of, how, you can take some place that's still solidly blue. Why is Yell County kind of the last holdover in terms of that area? Everywhere around that area is Republican, and Yell County's not. Why is that, you think?
Actually, I think we have turned the tide. Yell County was one of 2 counties that voted for. I'll tell you this, Jan Morgan. So that tells you how strict Republican we have jumped.
That's true.
Because we were looking, she won the Republican primary in Yale County.
Wow.
So, it was very interesting. Trump won 71% in this county. I think information about that we're not the evil people, that we really are the people that they are. And we just have to get that message out. People in this county are conservative. They just don't know they're not Democrat anymore, that they are Republican, and getting that information out and not a mean anything. Hey, I'm just like you. This is what I believe. This is what my party, my principles in my party believe. And when you tell them that and say, okay, what do the Democrats believe in? And it really shows them, hey, that's not me.
Mm-hmm.
I am Republican. I am conservative. This is me. And, you know, people don't want government in their life. And that's what we Republicans are supposed to be, is not getting all up in your business. And, you know, and that's just the way it is. Put it in simple terms that people understand.
Yeah.
And we get there. And
that's
just the things that
fantastic.
I wanted to do, the things that I ran on, I am the only person in my office right now that has internet, email. You know, we can't do online assessment, and we are the fourth largest landmass county in the state of Arkansas. And that's one of the things I got my ideas, all my stuff that I wanted to change past Monday night in front of the quorum court, which was wonderful.
Awesome.
I'm getting all new computers, which are 10 years old in my office. I'm getting scanners so we don't use all this paper and fax machine. And we're going to jump into this century and do online assessment, and I'm going to I have a 2-county seat. We have a seat in Dardanelle. We have a seat in Danville. We have one person that works in Dardanelle who gets just as much, you know, people coming in, and they close at lunch, and we close at 4. So how's a working person going to come in and assess?
That's a good point.
You know, I want my office to be more service oriented, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to get the online. We're going to work through lunch. I'm going to try. I'm looking at on Tuesdays, maybe staying open to 6 o'clock, so people who are getting off work can come in and get their assessment done, so they can get their online, get their tags, get their everything like that.
Wow.
You know, I'm just trying to be more service oriented because the people in this county are hardworking and they deserve this. So that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
and that's where we're going.
It sounds like a limited government approach in terms of like wanting to be efficient. I mean, the bottom line is, Sherry, you know, the whole mission of the assessor's office is there because the taxpayers are funding it.
Exactly. I want to do the best I can for the dollar that I get from them.
Wow.
And another thing that I want to do, I found out on the campaign trail, you know, we have Amendment 79, which is the homestead tax credit. There are so many people that don't know about that. If you don't know about it, you can't sign up for it. If you don't sign up for it, you don't get it. And that's $350, now $375 next year,
Yes.
that people will get off of their, if it's your primary residence. You know, if you know, you live there and you own it and it's your primary residence, you get the $375 now off every year. That's a lot of money in the pocket of my people that they'll turn around and spend in this county. So, you know, and another thing that a lot of people don't know, and I found this out, is, you know, once you're 65 or you're disabled, your taxes are frozen. And people don't know that. And if you don't know it, you have to sign up, because I don't know when you turn 65. You've got to come in and tell me. And if you don't know it, you can't sign up for it, so I can't give it to you. So that's another thing I want to get out there, because the people who are on Social Security don't need their taxes going up.
Yeah.
They need it to freeze. And I just want to give back and get the information out there to help folks.
I think that's great. Yeah, so I want to repeat exactly what you just said. We're talking with the Yell County Assessor, Sherry Hicks. So if there's anybody out there right now in Yell County or in any county across, you know, Arkansas right now, make sure that you get that property tax credit, that homestead property tax credit, $350 going up to $375. It's a huge deal. If you don't have it, you know, if you pay your property tax and stuff like that through your mortgage payment or anything else, then you're gonna see a significant decrease. Number one, I would suggest that if you move homes, make sure that you're moving from house to house. Make sure that everybody knows that this is now your new residence, and you're going to get the property tax credit on your new residence as well. And then get that, if you're 65 or older, your property taxes are frozen, so you're not going to get a new assessment because people are assuming that you're on a fixed income. That is a huge asset, you know, for our senior citizens.
That's huge, and there's just so many that don't have that. And, you know, I'm going to send out, I've worked with the collector here in next year's tax bills, I'm going to send out an informational piece of paper to say, hey, do you have this? So I can reach more people and save postage. You know, those tax bill's got to go out anyway. I said, can I put a piece of paper in there so I can save people some money? She said, great. I mean, it's a great working relationship, and that's what you have to do to try to save people money. And we have a great county. So
how is the Republican Party in Yale County doing at this point?
We're small, but we're growing. We're small, but we're growing, and we're getting there. I mean, when me and my husband first started, we set up on the chicken fry up on Mount Nebo. That's when Blanche Lincoln was running, and we sat up there, and people looked at us like we were, who in the world are you, and laughed at us, you know. So, but that's okay. That's okay. We sat there, and we said, hey, we're here. And there's a whole lot, and found out there's a whole lot of people who are Republicans that just didn't tell anybody they were Republican because people would laugh at you.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You know, I'm going to stand up for what I believe. I'm going to let you know what I believe. And we may disagree, and that's okay. I'm not going to be mean to you. I'm not going to hate you for how you believe. That's how you feel in your heart. That's fine. I'm going to tell you how I do. And let's work on it. We can still get along.
Yes, yeah.
It's so vindictive in this country. I don't want that to be, you know, in this county. I want us to say, hey, we're all brotherhood. We're all from Yale County. And our great guy, Tom Cotton, who you were speaking with earlier. By the way, we're having our Lincoln Day dinner, if I can tell you about that.
Absolutely. Go for it.
We're having the Yale County Lincoln Day dinner, June the 29th, and our featured speaker is Tom Cotton.
Great.
And we are so proud of him out of Dardanelle. He has done wonderful things. He is a great conservative. He stands up for his principles. He stood up for America. I mean, you know, you can't get any better than Tom Cotton. And we would love people to come to our Lincoln Day dinner. You can contact us. Like I said, it's June 29th at the Community Center in Dardanelle. That's on Highway 22. Dardanelle's not very big. You'll be able to find it. And you can get a hold of us at our Facebook is Republican Party of Yale County, or our email address is yalecorepublican@gmail.com. And those tickets are $50 a piece. Starts at 6 o'clock, and we'd love to have everybody come.
Yeah, you know, and especially, and that's what's great about Senator Cotton, you know, to do that and be the draw there as well, to come see what he has to say about what's going on. And you know, you say standing up for America, you know, he's also not afraid at all to stand with the president when he agrees with the president. And there is, you know, you can't really say that about every Republican up in Washington, D.C., unfortunately.
You are correct. There are too many of them crawfishing.
Yes.
And we've got to stand up for what's right.
Yeah.
Whether the media crucifies us or not, let me tell you what, there's a lot of people around here that say that mainstream media, we don't believe a word they say. And that's what these Republicans in Washington got to get out of that beltway and figure out. Your constituents believe in what he's saying. He may not say it the best way in the world, and you may like him to say it a little bit nicer, but you know what? His point's right on. And he is really, really working for the average American, for the folks in Arkansas, for the folks in Yale County. I mean, he believes in us.
Yeah.
He's supporting us. He's doing the things that's going to make us do better.
Well, and to your point, Sherry, I mean, the fact of the matter is the mainstream media itself, they don't like middle America. They hold us in contempt and say what you and President Trump disagrees with them. And
that's correct.
And you know, certainly holds what, you know, flyover country in a higher regard than, you know, the coastal elites do. And
that's correct.
That's why he won. I mean, that's why he won in states like in you know, Wisconsin and Pennsylvania.
Exactly, in Ohio, and this is middle America. Instead of being the liberal coast on each side, those people are going to vote how they're going to vote. He went for the meat in America, which is us. We're the working horses in America. They're in the financial side. If America doesn't have us, they're going to fall. Mm-hmm. They may not realize that. We may be what they think are the dumb people in the flyover country who are, you know, clinging to our Bibles and our guns, but you know what? We're going to cling to our Bibles and our guns, and that's going to get us through.
I can't argue with that, Sherry. I can't at all. And I really appreciate the work you're doing. Again, first Republican elected to that position since Reconstruction in Yell County. The Yell County Assessor, Sherry Hicks, thanks so much for talking with us and spending some time with us this morning.
You bet. Thank you so much, Paul, for all you do.
All righty. Thank you, Sherry.